Jen the Life Buddy here, and I'm just gonna wait for a few people to pop on the video, but I am just about to describe and talk about something that's happened to me quite recently, that without being too dramatic about it was relatively traumatic, and that is, okay, I'm bored of waiting for people to come. Come. It's taken a little while. Come on, viewers, you're out there, aren't you? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead with the story. So, a couple of days ago, I received some criticism, which, albeit came from somebody who is well respected, who is saying it from a really nice place from the heart. Hi, whoever's viewing. It came from the heart, basically. She said these things with love, but it came really unexpectedly. It came to me with a bit of a shock, to be quite honest. I know it sounds quite dramatic when I say it was traumatic, but my face went really hot. I wasn't expecting it, and it also came from a peer as well, so it wasn't just kind of, you know, anyone telling me. Someone who I do respect, however, have not built up enough trust with to really kind of understand why she would say these things to me, because I haven't asked for this help. And what I really want to say, what I'm saying in a really garbledy way on this live stream, is that when you give advice, you really have to wait to be asked for it, because one, who says you're right? Two, they might know better. Three, it's kind of their life and the way they've been doing things. And even if you absolutely mean well, why don't you try asking somebody if they would like some help with it before you kind of waltz in there and give that advice and that help when you don't ask for it. Because when you are prepared, when you go out there and say, hey guys, I really need some help with this particular thing that I'm struggling with, you can accept that information wholeheartedly, knowing that it's coming. You can kind of brace yourself for it and go, okay, I've asked for this information, here it comes. And sometimes it can be some really kind of like harsh, cold truths that come your way, and that's fine, because you can, you know, like I said, you brace yourself and you can accept it. But when it comes from a place where you really wasn't expecting it, and actually, even after this person had said these things to me, I really looked at them and I dug underneath and looked to find the truth in what that person was saying to me. And actually, there wasn't much truth in it at all. And I kind of went round the houses with it, but at the time my face was getting like really hot. I was thinking like, whoa, where has this come from? I thought I was doing fine, and in fact, I'm kind of receiving my own coaching. My own coach is telling me almost the complete opposite to what you're telling me. So it was a really confusing message, and something that I had to really kind of go, look, do you know what? Stop thinking that you don't know stuff just because someone else disagrees with the way you're doing something. Just because someone disagrees with you does not mean you are wrong. There are no rules in business. Yes, there are kind of etiquette and ways to connect with people that kind of really, you know, that really means something to other people. So you're building that level of trust. But I also want to say apologies to people if I've ever done this to them as well, because you know, being a coach, I am inclined to kind of offer help and suggestions where needed. But sometimes from now on, I'm going to be really certain that this person actually wants my help before I just kind of wade in there with my, don't you think you should be doing this, or have you tried this, or whatever else. Because unless you're asking for it, you really don't have any permission to just tell people how they should be doing their stuff. So apologies to anybody I've ever done that to. I will be asking from now on if you need my help, and if you need my help, then brace yourself because it's coming. No, but if you do need my help, then obviously I'm going to give you, you know, my opinion from my experience and from my perception. And that's the thing, is that all advice and help comes from somebody from their level of perception, from their experiences. It's going to be completely unique to them, and so you're never really going to get the same advice from one person to the next. But what you can trust in is that if you have asked for help from somebody who has had success, it's obviously worked for them. So you know, in that respect, you can trust them. So yeah, it's all about trust, really. Asking and building that relationship, and kind of watching and listening for a while before you kind of have that right to then say, you know, this is, maybe have you thought about doing this? There's a relationship that needs to be built first, before you can kind of charge in there and blow people out of the water. So I'll leave you on that note of, I promise you that from now on, if I have ever done, I'm hoping I haven't, but if I've ever kind of offended anyone in the way that I was offended with this as unsolicited advice, which came absolutely out of nowhere, and actually there really isn't actually much truth in it anyway, so that's by the by. But I will always ask you if you want my help before I start giving and telling, and obviously all my videos that I do are out there for the public, and you can choose to watch them and you can choose to ignore them. It is completely up to you. You have the free will to decide whether you want to watch this silly face or not. So have a wonderful day, people, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.